we are just going to hold the static. The static hold is what this is called. So we don't have our toilet paper, but we do have the band, and we're gonna find a neutral position with our pelvis. So first, before you do that, I want you to arch. So it's like you're puncturing your tailbone into the floor. And then I want you to tuck so that you're pressing your back into the floor. Then I want you to try to find the medium position where you feel like your sit bones, these little knobs at the bottom of your pelvis, are actually lengthening towards your heels, right? They're right here at the bottom. Have your toes face forward and start with your feet far enough apart for like an imaginary 1.5 feet to fit in between your real feet. Because now, lucky us, timer's on for 4 minutes. So what we're gonna do is just hold the tension of pressing our thighs apart. Now, when you watch this video over and over and over again, I want you to play around with some stuff. Right now, I can feel that my back has more pressure into it, where I have a slight pelvic tilt, ever so slight. But what I'm feeling is the sticks of my thigh bones, almost like the backside, I can feel those muscles engage to where I can really visualize the stick shape of the pelvis, of the thigh bone. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna like reach my tailbone away to now make sure that those sit bones are going down towards my heels. So now my pelvis is technically in neutral. Before it was in a little bit of a tuck. My low back is off the floor, but I'm not purposely arching it. I don't feel my muscles active in my back right now at all. What this has done for me is made more tension on the outside. So we have muscles that attach at the center of our pelvis across the cheek that makes up the cheek and attaches onto the side of the thigh muscle. So you're gonna start to feel these like diagonal pulls, and it's so good for us. The more our butt knows how to squeeze, when you go do your other exercise stuff, you're not gonna have as much pressure on your knees or your low back, because your pelvis and your butt are gonna know exactly what to do. And a lot of the problems that we have these days with our knees and our low back are because the glutes are overstretched and we don't have as much of a neurological connection, a mind-body connection, because we sit so much. So this is really gonna turn stuff on for you. Now we're past the halfway mark. So if you have to take a break, you can totally take a break. Our goal here though is that we stay engaged for the whole 4 minutes. Sometimes you'll think you're engaged and your thighs are almost touching each other. So really make sure that you're pressing into your band. Whew. Yeah, so now you have a joint, right? So you have the triangle shape of your pelvis. Then you have the cup shape of your hip bone, right? Then you have the stick of your thigh. So what I just felt was a little bit of a stretch in that joint. This joint is supposed to move up and down on each side when we walk. And a lot of times that joint gets jammed and it doesn't move. So when our joints get jammed, the joint above, which is the lumbar spine, and the joint below, which is the knee, take up the rest of that movement. And they're not designed for that much movement. So while you're here, you're gonna start to feel an opening in the joint. Don't be worried about that. Whew, 30 more seconds. It starts to really feel like a broadening and a sinking into the floor in the pelvis. We're good, we're good, we're good. 20 more seconds. I'm shaking. Woo, my inner thighs are We got this, we got this. 10 seconds. So easy, we totally have this. Don't even worry about it. In 2 and 1. Oh, we did it, we did it, we did it. Good job.